Welcome back to Soda City Live, everyone. Next week, a community in the Lee County town of Bishopville is going to honor our local first responders with a Community Heroes Assembly ahead of the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Joining me with details, Pastor Sam Birchfield and Headmaster of Lee Academy, Brad Boucher. And Sam, you're a pastor at First Church of the Nazarene.
Right.
In Lee County town.
In Bishopville,
of Bishopville. Okay, well, so nice to have both of you on the show. I'm so glad you're doing something to recognize first responders, other heroes, you know, with that saying about they don't wear capes. And the reality is there's so many of them out there. First of all, give me the details, Brad, of the event, and then we'll go into kind of how it came together.
Okay, so the details are we will meet in our gym at the school, and all community heroes from the Bishopville, Lee County, really any area, are welcome to attend. We will meet beginning about 12 o'clock, and we will have different students from our different age groups. Our elementary students will be involved, our middle school students will be engaged, as will our high school students. We just believe that all of our students need to understand just how important these heroes are to our community.
I'm so glad, yeah. Let them learn at a young age how valuable these people are.
That's right.
Who are those heroes? When you're talking about honoring them, like from what areas of life, walks of life?
Well, I'm a Vietnam veteran, also was a volunteer fireman and EMS at one time in my life.
Okay, you get 3 capes.
So in my lifetime, I've been through the Vietnam War, and then after that, you know, people called us foundation savers when we were in the fire department. And so I wanted people to see and what's going on with our heroes. Those people put their lives on the line every day.
They do.
So we're going to honor the veterans, we're going to honor the police, fire and medic, and nurses and doctors that have worked through COVID. We want all of them there.
Nice.
And part of the reason for it is because when I came back from Vietnam, I was ignored. And I want these people not to be ignored. They're beautiful people, and yeah, they all wear capes. I actually have a service dog that is a PTSD service dog, and I tell people he wears his cape too.
Oh, that's great, Sam. That's great. So let's go back to that time of 9/11. I know exactly where I was the morning that the first plane went in the first tower. Where were you guys? What was happening in your life that day?
I was actually in my office at another school at the time, and we were preparing for a junior ring ceremony. And so you had this highlight of a high school junior's life up to that point probably, and we're honoring them in this ceremony. Meanwhile, we knew what was going on in New York and Washington. So
Wow.
I was where I normally am at school.
At school. Where were you?
I was on vacation with my 2 daughters, and we were getting ready to enter Disney when they closed it down and told us that it had happened.
Interesting. Not knowing
Right.
what or where would be hit next. Yeah. And as a pastor, Sam, how have you been able to take the lessons from that day and apply them using scripture and just trying to comfort a community?
And Ezekiel, it says there's a watchman on the wall, and that watchman is our community heroes.
That's neat, and we're grateful for them. You know, thinking of you at Lee Academy, I mean, the reality is these kids weren't alive, a lot of them.
None of them.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have what ages there?
We're kindergarten to 12th
Yeah,
grade.
yeah. So they do not know what it was that
Our
day.
oldest students are 18 years old, and I teach a worldviews class, and 9/11 came up in our class this morning, and I was thinking the same thing, looking at these students, and like, they don't have any idea
Right.
what that was like.
Right.
You know?
Right. And a lot of them have gone through the airport security
Sure.
and seen things.
The results.
Right, the results of it. But yet to have lived it that day, I was at my home where I lived at that time in Columbia and came into the newsroom right away and started calling the people I knew in New York. And of course, we called the newsrooms up there. And it was just so surreal. But it was so real to us, having lived it. And I had just been in New York 2 weeks before and knew one of the places,
Right.
one of the buildings was down now. So it really is so key that we help our community to remember. So you're really giving the students an opportunity to learn and to be a part of it. How would you like the community, though, to come out as well? And I'm sure you're not just inviting Lee County.
No, anyone who has been a veteran or is in first responders, we would love to have them. Mainly because we want the kids to see these people in the scenario they don't get to see them. If you think about it, the first time they see EMS, someone's hurt. The first time they see firemen, something's on fire.
That's a good point.
The first time they see a police officer, somebody's in trouble. Well, let's make them a friend and not a
Yeah.
ogre that's coming at them.
Yeah, that's great. Well, they are. Okay, so here's the information. Let's put it up on your screen. The event is going to be Wednesday, September 7th. It begins at noon. Anyone is welcome, and it will be held in the Lee Academy gym. And so Brad Boucher, the headmaster of Lee Academy, and Pastor Sam Birchfield of First Church of the Nazarene. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. I hope you have a great turnout, not only of the first responders and those whom you're, the veterans whom you're honoring, but also the others who are going to be there to be part of it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Promote it.
Thank you.